What's going on, everybody? Welcome to your weekend astrology forecast for the weekend of November 26th and 27th of 2022. Astrologer Brian Scarborough here, Fixed Air Moon, keeping the collective fixed on astrology. Appreciate you all very much. I hope that you had a great week, great holiday, all that good stuff as we come into this weekend where, of course, we're going to see the sun in Sagittarius at the 4th and 5th degree. Actually, kind of a little bit of like 3rd, 4th, and 5th, but it is like still in this beginning phase of Sagittarius. We're trying to expand. We're trying to kind of see the bigger picture in life, take on some learning, maybe philosophies. I don't know. It's a jovial time. It's almost like, hey, let's go see what else is out there, you know, and kind of the freedom to go out and do that. But the moon here in Capricorn this weekend is definitely, especially at the degrees that it's transiting this weekend. On Saturday, we're going to see square to Chiron. So having to be kind of like emotionally vulnerable with the things in life that our ego wants to initiate and like feel things right now, feel what these are in our life. So we're seeing kind of where plans are making us feel wounded in life and where plans are making us feel exhilarated and powerful and like, yeah, I want to start this right now. Or where we're seeing like, do I really want to continue this? It's an interesting weekend with the moon here in Capricorn because it's going to make really good aspects to Uranus with a trine over to Uranus, a trine to the north node, a sextile to the south node. So it's really asking us to almost liberate ourselves to commit to things that bring us value, to commit to our relationship to ourselves and to not suppress what we're really feeling so that we can make better relationships outside of ourselves to what we ultimately want to be doing. I think we can have a lot of insight this weekend into what the future of what we're building is going to look like, you know, having insights into how to create structure in our lives that fit in a more liberated manner. Maybe not just doing it by the books necessarily, but like really looking at how we can expand and make this quest more fun and also make it more where we want to show up, we want to commit because we value what we're doing so much. And I think this weekend kind of drops us insights on what that looks like. So it is a little bit of a mixed bag of like, maybe kind of feeling like we need to stay on our game a little bit, but also, you know, kind of feeling like we need to liberate ourselves and at least, you know, take a moment to make sure that we're going and committing to paths right now that do feel free and liberating and expansive and all these good qualities. But it is that square to Chiron on Saturday that's like an emotionally vulnerable place where we can actually really feel where just things are not making us feel like it's not the plan, it's not the situation, it's not the commitment that we want. It's definitely like a check on kind of where, you know, we can feel like things are taking our power away in society, and having to like really get back to our roots of who we are, like our identity here, and feel strong that, you know, creation is at our fingertips and we can do that. But it's like, yeah, let's do it our way. You know, I feel like I want to do this journey, but I want to do it my way. And like, who else wants to do it this way too? And like find that sort of common ground as well. And as we come into Sunday, we're going to see the moon cross over Pluto and also make sextiles over to Neptune, make sextiles over to Jupiter now direct. So I think Sunday is definitely a big day of like, gosh, definitely some like, I don't know, it just feels very intuitive, feels like we're going to kind of get the mission statement from a higher perspective, especially with the sun in Sagittarius. There's like a lot of downloads dropping in this weekend about how to like really aim our arrow in a direction that we want to explore and like just take the sort of initiative to start the thing and to find the deeper passion in our lives to go for it. So I feel like Sunday's definitely, you know, getting the plan from God and acting on it. And I think that, you know, is very positive. And then the moon's going to come into Aquarius midday to finish off Sunday. And this is, again, kind of where we're able to detach a little bit emotionally, because I do think it's an emotional time right now with this moon in Capricorn, and especially meeting with Pluto. There's a lot of really depth of emotion and coming off Scorpio season. Like, we've been feeling a lot of things, but this is kind of where this moon in Aquarius and then also coming into the evening and sextiling the sun in Sagittarius at 5 degrees is definitely, you know, there's something liberating about this weekend. There's something about getting the mission statement from a higher perspective, but realizing that you can put your identity into that timeline, into that perspective, and kind of merge with something very, you know, potent in life right now. So I feel like there's definitely a lot of positivity that can show up if we're listening for it intuitively. And then we're also able to, at the same time, be very emotionally intelligent and commit emotionally to what we know is in the future, what we know is coming. We're also seeing Mercury come up to about 16 degrees this weekend, so it's getting ready to almost make that sextile over to Saturn and oppose Mars. But we're also seeing Mercury make the quincunx over to Uranus this weekend. So this is, again, a very interesting alignment where this Mercury in Sag is definitely kind of lost, to be honest. Little Mercury in giant expansive Sagittarius and Jupiter. It's like, would you ever find Mercury if you were inside Jupiter? I don't know. Just a way to look at it. But we're trying to see all these different possibilities, but our mind is so open to possibilities at the same time. And then getting the quincunx to Uranus, the higher octave in Taurus, is definitely electric in a sense of like, what are we going to make happen? And there's only one way to do it, and it's to understand we're on a journey, we're on, a quest in life right now, and to build the quest based on what feels good, what's valuable, what's you, what is that right now? And to be free enough to do it, and to understand that you're getting, the universe is always showing us these signs, right? So it's about really seeing the signs, listening to the signs, and committing to what is going to be best for you. And I think you have to get really back to yourself. You have to go back to the individuated place here and really make sure that you're living life in a way that fits your unique journey. And I think if you're able to get into that perspective, this weekend has a lot of treasure. It has a lot of like showing of, wow, you can really build this. You can really make this happen. Like there's a lot of, like God's answering a lot of questions in our lives right now. But again, it's definitely time to tune into that and to soak that in and trust your gut and trust that, it's okay to make a change. There's a lot of mutable energy in the chart, right? So it's okay to shift perspective. It's okay to change a belief, to change a story if you feel like it's going to bring you more value. And I think that that's very positive. And we're also seeing Venus quincunx the North Node this weekend, which it is the dispositor of. So, it just feels like we're in such an interesting spot right now where journeys are taking a twist and a turn that we never really thought they may go. But it's like, the universe brought me here for a reason. Like, I need to stay persistent for what I believe in, So I think there's a lot of positivity to that. Stay persistent for what you truly believe in, what makes you feel you, what makes you feel like you're still learning, you're still synthesizing information. There's a curiosity to the world that's beautiful. We want to remember that because we don't know it all, and we got to be willing to make different turns on this journey. It's not just like a plane flight. And even if you look at plane flights, do they just fly directly to a place? No, they kind of take a little extra. Like it's about the journey and being observant this weekend. And when you get the hints, pay attention and dedicate and stay on it for the things that you really want. There's something that's going to happen this weekend in our lives personally that's just going to be one of those moments and show you like, am I really committing to something that I want to commit to, or do I feel like I'm just being restricted from what I really want? And we'll know what that is. And it's one of those weekends where we can boss up in a big way. We do have Mars retrograde at 20 degrees of Gemini, really tight with that trine to Saturn this weekend. And as we come into Monday, Tuesday, that's going to be really, really tight. So, when we have the courage to act on what makes sense and what fits our journey and what fits the environment that we want and what fits this bigger perspective of ourselves from within ourselves, we are really doing ourselves a big favor, And I think Saturn's going to pay big rewards right now, especially if you're moving into a future that might be unknown. It might feel alien, but you know what? It feels like you. And it feels like you're connecting and seeing good reflections of yourself in that you, in others. And, people are a good barometer right now. Like how people are acting towards you right now in life is a good barometer. So, pay attention. So, appreciate you all very much. I hope you have a lovely weekend, as always. And I shuffled these cards pretty good, but we'll put one more. We'll put one more on them. I feel like my autofocus keeps changing. Anyways, 9 of Wands, upright. We can definitely feel a little tired, a little beat down, feeling like, really, is this what I have to commit to? And I would say that's when if you're getting that feeling of do I really have to show up to this? That's a good question to ask yourself. Do you? I think we all need to ask ourselves that right now, because we can really make big changes in just our overall timeline if we kind of say, yeah, I don't want to do this. It doesn't bring me satisfaction. It just makes me feel beat up and tired. I don't believe we have to commit to that anymore. Queen of Cups in reverse. We need to find our emotional strength and nurturing abilities and know that we can take care of ourselves, and that, you know, there's a lot of things we think we need that we don't need because we have it all within ourselves. And if we can trust ourselves and find a secure place in that, I think that, you know, that's going to show us where we can break down barriers in life that are making us feel stuck or, you know, confined to something that is not what we want to be confined to. And the Chariot, we got the Chariot for the Friday horoscope, but this time it's upright, and that's one of my favorite cards of all. And I think that this is one of those weekends where the universe is saying you can charge forward into the unknown. You can leave comforts behind, because there's something about change right now that's ready to bring more comfort into our lives. Even if it might not seem like it, or we're scared to make the change, there's actually something really beautiful and comforting on the other side. And just knowing that you can alchemize that and make these changes if you need to make them to have a less restricting life, then I feel like the astrology supports this so much right now. So I do hope that's helpful, and I do hope that you're able to move courageously into your future. I appreciate you all. Have a lovely weekend, and I'll see you all next time. Peace. Oh, look who showed up last minute. Want to say bye?
Bye!
It was Sterling's birthday. It's my big 5-year-old. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I love you. Give him peace. Peace.